What if the universe, in all its chaos and order, is not random at all? What if there are ancient principles, hidden truths, governing everything we experience? Our thoughts, our relationships, even our very existence. What if we could tap into these laws to unlock the deepest mysteries of life, transform our reality, and connect with something far greater than ourselves? Today, we embark on a journey that explores 7 ancient mystical laws, the Hermetic Laws, that have shaped the way some of the greatest minds in history have understood life and the universe. These teachings, originating from ancient Egypt and attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, have been passed down through millennia. They form a sacred framework for understanding the interplay of all things, from the tiniest particles of matter to the vast expanse of the cosmos. But these laws are not just intellectual curiosities. They are pathways, blueprints for how we live, grow, and evolve. Imagine knowing how to harness the forces of the universe itself to shape your life with the same certainty that an artist shapes their masterpiece. This is the power the Hermetic Laws offer. The central theme of this video revolves around these 7 mystical principles. Each law, when understood and applied, serves as a key to unlocking a deeper connection to the world around us and to ourselves. By the end of this exploration, you'll understand how to use these ancient truths to cultivate a more harmonious, purposeful, and spiritually connected life. So, what are these laws, and how can they transform your life? Join me as we explore a question that has puzzled humans for millennia. How does the universe work, and what role do we play in it? The answer lies in the profound wisdom of the Hermetic teachings. Prepare yourself for a journey of discovery. Let's begin. To understand the 7 Hermetic Laws, we must first step back in time and explore the rich tapestry of spiritual traditions, philosophical teachings, and mystical wisdom that gave birth to these profound principles. These laws didn't emerge out of nowhere. They have deep roots in ancient civilizations, where humanity sought to understand the nature of reality, the purpose of life, and the vast mysteries of the universe. The birth of mysticism, from ancient Egypt to the Hermetic tradition. The story of the Hermetic Laws begins in ancient Egypt, a land that was a crucible for some of the world's most enduring spiritual and mystical teachings. It was here, in the shadow of the Great Pyramids, that the figure of Hermes Trismegistus emerged. Hermes, a figure that blends the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth, is credited with a body of esoteric wisdom known as Hermeticism. The Hermetic teachings were passed down through secretive schools and sacred texts such as the Corpus Hermeticum, which is a collection of writings that detail the divine knowledge of Hermes. But Hermes Trismegistus was not the only figure to seek answers to the fundamental questions of life and existence. Across different cultures, great thinkers have proposed similar ideas about the structure of reality. In fact, the idea of universal laws that govern life and the cosmos has emerged repeatedly throughout human history, from the teachings of Plato and Aristotle to the mystical traditions of Eastern philosophies. The Hermetic Laws are steeped in a deep, cosmic philosophy that believes everything in the universe is connected. The core concept is that the physical world is not separate from the spiritual realm, but is in constant interaction with it. This idea is echoed in various mystical traditions, including Taoism, Kabbalah, Sufism, and Tibetan Buddhism, all of which emphasize the interconnectedness of all life, a shared spiritual heritage. Exploring other traditions. In Tibetan Buddhism, for instance, the concept of the interdependence of all things is central to the belief in karma and reincarnation. In the Tibetan text, the Bardo Thodol, commonly known as the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the teachings highlight how consciousness is influenced by both the actions and the thoughts of an individual, shaping their journey through life, death, and the afterlife. Similarly, in the Kabbalah, a mystical Jewish tradition, there are profound teachings about how everything in the universe is interconnected through divine energy and consciousness, a philosophy not unlike the all is one principle found in the Hermetic Laws. In the Western world, esotericism, The study of hidden or secret knowledge has long been concerned with uncovering the mysteries of the universe. The Hermetic tradition was foundational to Western esotericism, influencing the development of alchemy, astrology, and even the early foundations of modern science. Figures like Isaac Newton and Ralph Waldo Emerson were deeply influenced by Hermetic teachings, believing that understanding the Hermetic principles could unlock the secrets of nature and the universe. Mysticism and the search for truth. So, why have these teachings persisted throughout time and across cultures? The answer lies in the fact that they address questions that are universal to the human experience. Throughout history, humans have been captivated by the question of why we are here, how the universe operates, and what happens after we die. These questions don't have easy answers, yet spiritual traditions like Hermeticism offer a framework to explore them. The Hermetic Laws provide not just answers, but a way to live, to align one's life with the fundamental truths of the cosmos. At their heart, these laws invite us into a relationship with the universe, suggesting that we are not merely passive observers, but active participants in the unfolding of reality. This understanding has profound implications for how we perceive ourselves, others, and the world around us. It's about recognizing that everything we do, think, and feel ripples outward, influencing the course of our lives and the lives of those around us. The laws also speak to a larger sense of purpose. They invite us to step outside the limited view of ourselves as isolated beings and instead see ourselves as integral parts of a larger, interconnected whole. In this view, our actions are not just individual. They are cosmic, contributing to the unfolding of the universe itself. Introducing the 7 Hermetic Laws, a framework for understanding the universe. These teachings are not mere philosophy. They are a map, a guide to navigating the mysteries of existence. In this video, we will explore the 7 key Hermetic Laws. 1. The Law of Mentalism. The idea that the all is mind, and that the universe itself is mental in nature. 2. The Law of Correspondence. The principle that as above, so below, as below, so above, reflecting the idea that the macrocosm mirrors the microcosm. 3. The Law of Vibration. The understanding that everything in the universe is in constant motion, and nothing is truly at rest. 4. The Law of Polarity. The belief that everything has its opposite, and that opposites are actually the same thing differing only in degree. 5. The Law of Rhythm. The principle that everything moves in cycles and patterns, from the flow of time to the rhythms of nature. 6. The Law of Cause and Effect. The idea that every action has a corresponding reaction, shaping the future based on the present. 7. The Law of Gender. The concept that both masculine and feminine energies are present in all things and that true creation requires the balance of these forces. These laws are not separate from us, but a mirror of our deepest potential. They offer a framework not only for understanding the universe, but for transforming our lives. As we go deeper into each of the 7 laws, keep in mind that they are not abstract or theoretical. They are deeply practical, capable of guiding us toward greater clarity, balance, and alignment with the cosmic order. In the next section, we will begin our exploration of the first law, the Law of Mentalism, which holds the key to understanding the very nature of reality itself. This is where the journey truly begins. As we journey deeper into the realm of spiritual wisdom, we begin to touch upon some of the core esoteric teachings that form the foundation of both ancient traditions and modern mysticism. These teachings are not only keys to understanding the universe, but serve as a compass for navigating the soul's path through life, death, and beyond. In this section, we'll explore the fundamental spiritual truths embedded within the Hermetic Laws, their relation to the nature of consciousness, and their practical application in our everyday lives. The nature of consciousness, the root of all reality. At the heart of many mystical teachings, including Hermeticism, lies the nature of consciousness itself. The first law, the Law of Mentalism, asserts that the all is mind, meaning that everything in the universe, the physical world, the spiritual realms, and all that exists within them, is the product of a single, universal mind. This isn't just an intellectual concept. It is a profound understanding that the universe is not a collection of random events or isolated particles, but a vast, interconnected thought, conceived by a divine intelligence. To understand this, let's consider the metaphor of a dream. Think of your consciousness as the dreamer. The world you experience, the people, places, and events, are all elements within your dream, shaped by your thoughts and perceptions. The dream is not separate from you. It exists because of you. In a similar way, the material world is an expression of the divine mind that underlies all reality. This understanding is central to the Hermetic teachings and to many mystical traditions, which assert that the universe is fundamentally mental and that our consciousness is intimately connected with the divine source. Modern science, particularly in the fields of quantum physics and neuroscience, is beginning to echo this ancient wisdom. Quantum mechanics suggests that consciousness plays a pivotal role in shaping reality, as the very act of observation influences the behavior of particles at the subatomic level. Some have even gone so far as to propose that consciousness is the fundamental force that brings the material world into existence. Whether through the lens of Hermeticism or modern science, the message is clear. Consciousness is not separate from the world. It is the world. The journey of the soul, reincarnation, and spiritual evolution. The question of what happens after death has fascinated humanity for millennia, and the Hermetic teachings provide us with a framework for understanding not only the afterlife, but also the journey of the soul through multiple lifetimes. Central to many mystical traditions, including Hermeticism, is the belief in reincarnation. The idea that the soul undergoes multiple lifetimes, learning and evolving with each cycle. Imagine the soul as a river, constantly flowing and changing, but never ceasing to exist. As the river flows, it encounters rocks, branches, and bends that shape its path. In the same way, the soul journeys through different lifetimes, facing challenges, learning lessons, and gaining wisdom. Each incarnation serves as a unique opportunity for growth, allowing the soul to refine itself and move closer to divine understanding. The experiences of one life are not isolated. They influence the next, creating a continuum of spiritual evolution. This idea of spiritual evolution is not limited to ancient teachings. Modern interpretations of the soul's journey often emphasize spiritual awakening, the process of becoming more conscious of our divine nature and the interconnectedness of all life. As we awaken to the truth of our existence, we move beyond the illusion of separation and begin to experience a deeper sense of unity with the universe. This process is often described as a return to the source, as the soul reconnects with the divine mind from which it came. One of the most profound aspects of this spiritual awakening is the realization that death is not an end, but a transition. In Hermeticism, the soul is eternal, and death is merely the shedding of the physical body. Just as the river flows into the ocean, the soul ultimately merges with the divine, transcending the limitations of time and space. This concept of the immortality of the soul has been echoed in many spiritual traditions, including Tibetan Buddhism, where teachings on death and the afterlife emphasize the continuity of consciousness and the importance of preparing for spiritual transitions. The role of spiritual awakening, living in harmony with the laws. Spiritual awakening, in the context of the Hermetic Laws, is the process of becoming aware of and attuned to the divine forces that govern the universe. It is the realization that we are not separate from the universe, but deeply embedded in it. This awakening is not something that happens overnight, but rather, it is a gradual unfolding of awareness, like the blooming of a flower. It begins with small insights, which eventually lead to a deeper understanding of one's true nature and the purpose of existence. The Hermetic Laws, when understood and applied, provide the tools for such an awakening. For example, the law of correspondence. He as above, so below. As below, so above. teaches us that the patterns we see in the macrocosm, the universe, are reflected in the microcosm, ourselves. This law invites us to look at the world around us as a mirror for our inner state, helping us understand that everything in our life, from our relationships to our external circumstances, is a reflection of our internal world. By recognizing these reflections, we can begin to change our lives by transforming our thoughts and perceptions. Another key principle, the law of vibration, teaches us that everything in the universe is in motion, vibrating at different frequencies. Just as a tuning fork resonates at a specific frequency, our thoughts, emotions, and actions also vibrate, influencing the world around us. In this sense, spiritual awakening involves raising our vibration, aligning ourselves with higher frequencies of love, wisdom, and compassion. The more we align with these higher frequencies, the more we attract positive experiences and opportunities into our lives. But how do we live in harmony with these laws in practical terms? The key lies in mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. By cultivating mindfulness, we can begin to recognize the patterns of the universe and align ourselves with them. This might mean shifting our mindset, changing our habits, or even rethinking how we approach relationships and challenges. It is through this conscious alignment with the laws of the universe that we begin to experience the transformative power of spiritual awakening. Real-life applications: how to prepare for spiritual transitions. Understanding the Hermetic Laws and their teachings can also help us navigate spiritual transitions in our own lives. Whether it's the transition of death, a personal crisis, or a period of intense spiritual growth, these teachings offer a roadmap for how to approach life's most profound changes. For example, in the face of death, both the law of mentalism and the law of rhythm offer guidance. The law of mentalism reminds us that life and death are not separate. They are part of the same continuous cycle. Just as the seasons change, so too does life ebb and flow. By viewing death as a natural part of this rhythm, we can release our fear and embrace the transition with peace and understanding. Similarly, the law of cause and effect teaches us that our actions in life have consequences, not just in this lifetime, but in future ones. By living a life of integrity and mindfulness, we can ensure that our spiritual journey is one of growth and evolution, rather than stagnation. In more practical terms, we can prepare for spiritual transitions by cultivating inner peace, acceptance, and a sense of connectedness to the universe. Meditation, prayer, and other spiritual practices can help quiet the mind and open the heart, allowing us to align with the flow of life and death. In doing so, we move beyond the fear of what we cannot control, embracing the mysteries of existence with trust and grace. The path of wisdom and transformation. The teachings of the Hermetic Laws invite us to step beyond the veil of illusion and into the realm of true wisdom. By understanding the nature of consciousness, the immortality of the soul, and the laws that govern the universe, we unlock the potential for profound transformation. These laws provide a guide to living a life of purpose, clarity, and spiritual alignment. As we continue on this journey, we'll explore each of the Hermetic Laws in greater detail, uncovering their hidden meanings and practical applications. The path of spiritual awakening is not always easy, but it is one that leads to deeper understanding, greater peace, and a more harmonious existence. Now that we have laid the foundations, let's continue our exploration by diving into the first Hermetic Law, the law of mentalism, and uncover how the mind shapes our reality. Now that we have delved into the timeless wisdom of the Hermetic Laws and the spiritual truths they hold, we come to the heart of our journey: personal transformation and spiritual awakening. These ancient teachings are not just abstract concepts to ponder. They are tools for living a more conscious, awakened life. They offer practical guidance for aligning ourselves with the universal forces that shape our existence, helping us shed the illusions that bind us and step into our highest potential. Personal transformation through the Hermetic Laws. The Hermetic Laws provide a blueprint for personal growth, one that encourages us to recognize our inherent power and responsibility in shaping our lives. They teach us that we are not passive observers of the universe, but active participants in the creation of our reality. This realization, when deeply understood and applied, becomes the catalyst for profound transformation. The first step in this transformation is understanding that everything in the universe is mental. The law of mentalism reveals that our thoughts are not just fleeting, insignificant things, they are the building blocks of our reality. This means that if we want to transform our lives, we must first transform our minds. It is within the mind that the seeds of change are planted, and from there, the world around us begins to shift. The process begins with conscious awareness of our thoughts. How often do we allow negative or limiting beliefs to govern our actions? How often do we live on autopilot, reacting to life rather than intentionally creating it? By becoming aware of our mental patterns, we begin to gain mastery over them. This can be accomplished through simple practices like mindfulness and affirmations, both of which help shift the focus of the mind from fear and doubt to love and possibility. One of the most powerful tools in the journey of personal transformation is meditation. By stilling the mind and turning inward, we create the space needed to connect with our higher self. Meditation allows us to observe our thoughts without attachment and to consciously redirect them in alignment with our desires and highest truth. In this space of quietude, we can hear the whispers of our soul and reconnect with the divine wisdom that lies within. The path of spiritual awakening, realizing your higher self. As we engage with the Hermetic teachings and begin the process of transformation, we start to recognize the deeper truth of who we are. Spiritual awakening, at its core, is the realization that we are not just physical beings. We are divine expressions of a universal consciousness. Our true nature is boundless and eternal, a part of the grand cosmic tapestry that connects all life. But how do we awaken to this higher truth? The answer lies in the process of self-discovery, the act of peeling back the layers of conditioning, doubt, and fear that have obscured our true essence. This journey of awakening is different for each person, but the core experience is the same. A growing awareness of our spiritual nature and our inherent connection to the divine. One way to facilitate this awakening is by embracing presence, the practice of being fully aware in each moment. When we live in a state of presence, we connect with the divine flow of the universe and begin to see beyond the surface of reality. It's as though we are tuning into a frequency that resonates with the higher realms of existence. In this space, we experience a sense of inner peace, clarity, and alignment that is beyond words. Another powerful practice to aid in spiritual awakening is energy work. The Hermetic teachings, particularly the law of vibration, emphasize that everything is energy, vibrating at different frequencies. By consciously working with our own energy, through practices like chakra balancing, qigong, or Reiki, we can raise our own vibration and open ourselves to higher levels of consciousness. These practices help clear blockages, harmonize our energy, and align us with the universal flow of life. Energy work is not just a mystical practice. It is grounded in our physical being. Our thoughts, emotions, and experiences all leave energetic imprints on our bodies. By actively engaging in practices that shift our energy, we help release the stuck emotions, traumas, and old patterns that keep us from fully awakening to our higher self. This process of energy healing allows us to step into a state of balance and empowerment, fostering deeper spiritual insights and growth. The role of mindful living, aligning with the universe. The concept of mindful living is central to spiritual awakening. It is through mindfulness that we begin to bring the teachings of the Hermetic Laws into our everyday lives. Mindfulness is the practice of paying full attention to the present moment, without judgment, and with deep awareness. In doing so, we align ourselves with the natural rhythms of the universe and begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. In practical terms, mindful living means being fully present in each moment, whether we are eating, walking, working, or engaging with others. It means releasing distractions and immersing ourselves in the now. This is not as easy as it sounds, especially in a world filled with constant noise and information. But it is through this practice that we begin to tap into the higher frequency of our true self. Mindfulness also helps us cultivate gratitude, a powerful practice for shifting our consciousness. By focusing on the blessings in our lives, no matter how small, we begin to attract more of what we are grateful for. Gratitude is a high vibrational emotion that opens our hearts and minds, helping us align with the positive forces of the universe. One of the most transformative ways to practice mindful living is through conscious action. This means aligning our behaviors with our spiritual values so that each choice we make reflects our highest truth. Whether it's making compassionate decisions in our relationships, pursuing work that aligns with our purpose, or simply being present with our emotions, every action can be an expression of our spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening in the modern world. In a fast-paced, often chaotic world, the quest for spiritual awakening can seem overwhelming or even impractical. Many of us are caught in the hustle and bustle of daily life, juggling work, relationships, and personal challenges. Yet, it is precisely within this modern context that the teachings of the Hermetic Laws are most relevant. The world today is filled with distractions, materialism, and a constant pull toward external validation. In such an environment, the path to awakening becomes even more essential. It requires us to consciously detach from the noise and distractions and reconnect with our inner truth. As we face the challenges of modern life, the teachings of the Hermetic Laws can guide us toward clarity, inner peace, and self-empowerment. In the modern world, we can apply these teachings to every aspect of our lives, from our career choices to our personal relationships. The law of cause and effect teaches us that every action we take has consequences, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. By living with awareness, intentionality, and mindfulness, we begin to shift the energetic landscape of our lives, creating ripples of transformation that extend outward. The beauty of these teachings is that they are not bound by time, place, or circumstance. The laws of the universe are as relevant today as they were in ancient times. Whether we are struggling with personal challenges, seeking a deeper sense of purpose, or simply yearning for spiritual connection, these teachings offer a path to profound transformation. Practical steps for spiritual awakening. 1. Meditation. Commit to a regular meditation practice. Whether it's 5 minutes a day or an hour, the act of stilling your mind and focusing on your breath allows you to tune into your higher self and connect with the divine flow of the universe. 2. Energy work. Engage in practices that support your energy, such as yoga, Reiki, or energy healing. These methods help clear blockages and raise your vibration, making it easier to experience spiritual insights and growth. 3. Mindfulness. Practice mindfulness in your daily life. Begin with simple activities, eating, walking, or working, and focus fully on the present moment. This will help you connect with the energy of the universe and raise your vibration. 4. Gratitude. Cultivate a practice of gratitude. Take time each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for, shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance. 5. Self-reflection. Spend time regularly reflecting on your life, your purpose, and your spiritual path. This can be done through journaling, prayer, or quiet contemplation. By incorporating these practices into your life, you begin to unlock the transformative power of the Hermetic teachings and embark on a path of spiritual awakening that will lead you to greater peace, understanding, and connection to the divine. The awakening is within. The journey of personal transformation and spiritual awakening is not linear. It is an unfolding process that requires patience, commitment, and an open heart. As we explore the depths of the Hermetic Laws and apply them to our lives, we align ourselves with the greater cosmic plan, realizing our potential as divine beings, interconnected with the universe and all of life. In the coming sections, we will explore the practical applications of each of the Hermetic Laws in greater depth, beginning with the law of mentalism. As we continue this journey together, Remember that the path to awakening is not just an intellectual pursuit. It is a living, breathing experience that unfolds moment by moment. Every thought, every action, and every breath brings us closer to the truth of who we are. Now let's move forward and dive deeper into the transformative power of the first Hermetic law, the law of mentalism, and how the mind shapes the very reality we experience. In this section, we move from theory to practice, exploring how the profound teachings we've discussed are not just abstract concepts, but living, breathing truths that can transform our lives in powerful and tangible ways. Spiritual awakening and personal transformation are not reserved for mystics or ancient sages. They are accessible to all of us, right here, right now. By examining real-world case studies, stories of personal transformation, and modern-day spiritual leaders, we can better understand how these teachings manifest in our everyday lives. Whether through small shifts in mindset or major life-changing events, the principles we've explored can lead to profound growth and awakening. Case Study 1. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Presence. One of the most widely recognized examples of spiritual awakening in modern times is Eckhart Tolle. Born in Germany, Tolle experienced a profound spiritual transformation in his late 20s that would ultimately lead him to become one of the most influential spiritual teachers of our time. His story illustrates how awakening can arise from a sudden shift in consciousness rather than a gradual process. Before his awakening, Tolle lived a life marked by deep depression and existential despair. He was disillusioned by the world and disconnected from his true self. In a moment of intense inner turmoil, he experienced what he describes as a spontaneous spiritual awakening, in which he transcended the incessant chatter of his mind and realized the eternal presence of the now. This experience led Tolle to a deep understanding of the law of mentalism, particularly the truth that our thoughts create our reality. By recognizing that his identity was not bound to the thoughts and emotions he experienced, Tolle was able to step into a state of presence, where his mind no longer controlled him. This state of presence, in which he simply was, without attachment to the past or future, became the foundation of his teachings in his best-selling book, The Power of Now. Tolle's journey demonstrates how shifting our mental focus from identification with the mind to awareness of the present moment can lead to deep personal transformation. His story inspires us to release our attachment to the past and future, to quiet the mind, and to embrace the present moment as the key to spiritual awakening. Case Study 2. Deepak Chopra, The Integration of Science and Spirituality. Another modern figure who exemplifies the real-world application of spiritual awakening is Deepak Chopra. Chopra, a physician-turned-spiritual teacher, has spent decades exploring the intersection of spirituality, consciousness, and healing. His work integrates the timeless wisdom of Eastern philosophies with the discoveries of modern Western science, creating a holistic approach to transformation. Chopra's personal journey of spiritual awakening began after he experienced a profound shift in perspective while working as a doctor. He began to see that the health of his patients was not solely determined by their physical bodies, but also by their mental and emotional states. This realization led him to explore the deeper dimensions of consciousness and its role in healing. He found that by shifting one's consciousness, healing, both physical and emotional, could occur. This understanding aligns with the law of vibration, which teaches us that everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. According to Chopra, when we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with higher frequencies of love, peace, and joy, we can transform our physical and emotional well-being. Chopra's example shows us that awakening to a higher state of consciousness can have profound effects on our health, relationships, and overall experience of life. His teachings encourage us to practice mindfulness, meditation, and self-awareness, creating space for healing and transformation on every level. Case Study 3. Personal Transformation Through Meditation. Let's now turn to a more personal example, the story of Sarah, a woman who experienced a transformative awakening through the practice of meditation and mindfulness. For many years, Sarah lived a life marked by anxiety and self-doubt. She felt disconnected from her true self and struggled to find purpose or meaning in her daily existence. One day, after reading a book about the power of meditation to shift consciousness, Sarah decided to take action. She began practicing mindfulness meditation every morning, setting aside time to simply focus on her breath, observe her thoughts, and cultivate a sense of presence. At first, it was difficult for her to quiet her mind, and she often found herself frustrated with the practice. But over time, she began to notice subtle changes in her outlook on life. As Sarah's meditation practice deepened, she experienced an increasing sense of inner peace and clarity. The mental chatter that once dominated her mind began to quiet, and she started to feel a deeper connection with herself and the world around her. Through this practice, Sarah learned to observe her thoughts without becoming attached to them. She realized that her mind did not define her. She was the observer, the consciousness behind the thoughts. This shift in consciousness allowed Sarah to make more conscious choices in her life, and she found herself stepping into a new phase of personal and spiritual growth. Sarah's story demonstrates how consistent mindfulness and meditation practice can lead to profound transformation, allowing us to reconnect with our higher selves and gain mastery over our mental and emotional states. Modern-day examples of personal transformation. These stories are not just isolated incidents. They reflect a larger trend in the spiritual landscape of the modern world. More and more individuals are experiencing spiritual awakenings and personal transformations through the teachings of mindfulness, energy work, and self-awareness. In addition to figures like Tal and Chopra, many people are turning to ancient teachings and modern spiritual practices to awaken to their true nature. Whether it's through the rise of yoga and meditation communities, the popularity of books on spirituality, or the increasing interest in self-improvement and personal growth, we see a global shift towards spiritual awakening. Actionable advice for deepening your connection with spiritual teachings. Now that we've seen how others have applied these teachings to transform their lives, let's explore some practical steps you can take to deepen your own connection to the wisdom we've discussed. These simple practices, when applied consistently, can help you align with the universal forces of the Hermetic Laws and open the door to personal transformation. 1. Commit to a daily meditation practice. Meditation is a powerful tool for stilling the mind and connecting with your higher self. Even just 5 to 10 minutes each morning can make a profound difference in your mental clarity and emotional well-being. As you meditate, focus on the present moment, observing your thoughts without judgment. This practice helps you become more aware of your mental patterns, and over time, it can lead to greater spiritual insight. 2. Engage in energy healing practices. Whether through yoga, Reiki, or chakra healing, working with your energy can help clear blockages and raise your vibration. These practices allow you to connect with the universal flow of energy and facilitate healing on all levels: physical, emotional, and spiritual. 3. Cultivate gratitude and mindfulness. Begin each day by reflecting on what you are grateful for. By shifting your focus to abundance rather than lack, you align yourself with positive energy and invite more blessings into your life. Practice mindfulness in your everyday activities, whether you're eating, walking, or working. Be fully present and allow yourself to connect with the sacredness of each moment. 4. Apply the law of mentalism. Remember that your thoughts create your reality. Become conscious of your mental patterns and begin to shift your focus from negativity to positive, empowering thoughts. Use affirmations to reprogram your mind and align it with your higher purpose. 5. Connect with a spiritual community. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who are on a similar spiritual journey. Whether it's through online groups, local meditation centers, or spiritual workshops, being part of a community can support your growth and provide valuable guidance and inspiration. Conclusion: awakening is for everyone. The stories and examples shared in this section show that spiritual awakening and personal transformation are not just for a select few. They are available to everyone. By applying the teachings of the Hermetic Laws and engaging in spiritual practices like meditation, energy work, and mindfulness, we can all begin to experience profound shifts in our consciousness. As you embark on your own journey of awakening, remember that transformation is a process, not a destination. It requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to face both the light and the shadows within yourself. But the rewards of this journey are immeasurable. A deeper connection to your true self, a greater sense of peace, and the realization of your highest potential. The awakening begins with you. What steps can you take today to align yourself with the universal truths of the Hermetic Laws and begin your own personal transformation? As we venture deeper into the realm of spiritual awakening, personal transformation, and the mysteries of existence, we inevitably arrive at questions that have no clear answers, questions that transcend time, culture, and understanding. These are the questions that have haunted humanity for millennia, prompting mystics, philosophers, and scientists alike to search for answers. And though we may never know all the answers, the pursuit itself, the journey toward greater understanding, is part of what makes our spiritual awakening so profound and limitless. Let us now open the door to some of these grand, unresolved mysteries. These are not questions that can be neatly answered by doctrines or dogmas, but rather they are the questions that stir our hearts and minds, compelling us to explore beyond the boundaries of what we know. By delving into these unknowns, we also unlock deeper levels of our own spiritual growth and understanding. What happens after death? One of the most enduring and profound mysteries of human existence is the question of what happens after death. The ancient Egyptians spoke of the journey of the soul through the underworld. The Greeks envisioned a shadowy realm of Hades, while Christians speak of heaven and hell, depending on one's life choices. Buddhist teachings propose reincarnation, with the soul passing from one life to another in an endless cycle until reaching enlightenment. These diverse beliefs share one common thread: the belief in life beyond the physical body. But what is the true nature of this post-death experience? Is it a continuation of consciousness, a merging with the divine, or something entirely different? And how can we, as living beings, begin to understand and prepare for this inevitable transition? The law of correspondence, one of the 7 Hermetic principles we've discussed, suggests that what happens on one level of reality corresponds to other levels. If we consider that everything in the universe is connected and that death is not the end but a transition, we can begin to explore the idea that the soul may simply transition into another form of existence, one that is outside the confines of time and space as we know it. Yet the exact nature of this transformation is something that continues to elude us. Is death a door to a higher state of awareness, or is it a return to the source from which we came? The answers, perhaps, are not as important as the questions themselves. The mere exploration of our own mortality can encourage us to live with more presence, more purpose, and more connection to the deeper layers of reality. The nature of the soul. If the soul exists, as many spiritual traditions suggest, then what is its true nature? Is it eternal, a spark of divine energy that has no beginning or end? Or is it a transient force, coming into being at birth and dissipating after death? And if the soul is eternal, then what role do we, as human beings, play in its journey? Many mystical teachings, including those found in Hermeticism, describe the soul as an undying essence that has its origins in the divine source. The law of vibration teaches us that everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies, and the soul is thought to vibrate at a higher frequency than the physical body. This raises the question: if the soul vibrates at such a high frequency, does it have access to realms of existence that are beyond our comprehension? And if it does, what is it that the soul seeks to learn, explore, or accomplish during its journey? The idea that the soul may undergo many lifetimes, reincarnating in different forms and experiences, suggests a vast and intricate process of spiritual evolution. Each lifetime is seen as an opportunity for growth, for learning the lessons of love, compassion, and wisdom. Is the soul, then, on a never-ending quest to return to its divine origin, or is it searching for something more? Perhaps it is in the very asking of these questions that the soul finds its way. Parallel universes, the mystery of multidimensionality. Another captivating mystery that has fascinated both spiritual seekers and scientists is the concept of parallel universes or alternate realities. The idea that there may be other versions of ourselves living out different possibilities in different dimensions is both mind-boggling and exhilarating. If the law of mentalism teaches us that the mind shapes reality, could it be that every thought we have, every decision we make, creates a new branch of reality, creating an infinite web of potential outcomes? In quantum physics, the theory of multiverses suggests that every decision we make might create a new universe where a different version of ourselves exists. Spiritual teachings, too, have hinted at this idea, proposing that we are multidimensional beings, capable of existing in multiple realms or planes of consciousness simultaneously. If this is true, what does that mean for our understanding of time, space, and identity? Are these parallel universes truly separate, or are they simply different expressions of the same divine energy, unfolding across an infinite spectrum? And what role does our soul play in these various realities? Are we consciously aware of these other versions of ourselves, or are they merely shadows of our potential, locked away in realms beyond our perception? This idea opens up a realm of speculative possibilities. Could our soul experience multiple lifetimes simultaneously in different realities, each contributing to its overall growth and evolution? Is our human experience just one thread in the grand tapestry of existence, or are we multidimensional beings living out countless possibilities? The search for true enlightenment. Another question that arises in our quest for spiritual growth is, what does true enlightenment really look like? Mystical traditions across the globe, whether in Hinduism, Buddhism, or Western esotericism, speak of enlightenment as the highest state of spiritual awareness, a moment when the individual realizes their ownness with the divine source and experiences ultimate peace and liberation. But what does this state of enlightenment truly entail? Is it an experience of merging with the universe, a kind of divine union that transcends individuality? Or is it a process of awakening to the realization that we are already whole, that all we seek is already within us? And once we attain this state of enlightenment, what then? Do we remain in the bliss of this awareness, or is there still more to learn, more to experience? Some spiritual paths suggest that enlightenment is not an end, but a continuous process of awakening, a spiral that deepens with each turn. Others propose that enlightenment leads to an understanding of the true nature of reality, seeing through the illusions of the material world to the essence of all things. If this is the case, then what can we do to begin experiencing these moments of profound insight, these glimpses into the true nature of reality? Thought-provoking questions for reflection. As we explore these open mysteries, it's important to ask ourselves, what if the answers we seek are not meant to be found in the external world, but within? What if the deepest truth of existence is that we are all interconnected, and that our search for meaning, purpose, and understanding is a reflection of the eternal dance between the divine and the human? Here are some questions to reflect upon as you continue your own spiritual journey. What if everything we know about the soul is merely a shadow of its true nature? How would you live if you knew that the essence of who you are is eternal and boundless? How would your life change if you realized that every thought you have is a doorway to a new reality? What would happen if you could harness the power of your thoughts to shape your world? Is death truly the end, or merely a transition to a new phase of existence? What can we learn from the experiences of those who have had near-death experiences or profound spiritual awakenings? What if the answers to our deepest questions are already within us, waiting to be discovered through inner exploration? What practices or techniques can you use to access the wisdom of your soul? Conclusion: the path of inquiry. The questions we've posed in this section are not meant to be answered in a simple, straightforward way. Instead, they are invitations to explore, to dive deeper into the mysteries of existence and to uncover the profound truths that lie hidden beneath the surface of everyday life. The journey of spiritual awakening is filled with questions that lead to more questions, and it is in this endless pursuit of understanding that we find true wisdom. As you reflect on these mysteries and explore the big questions, remember that the answers may never be fully revealed to you in a concrete way. But the search itself, the willingness to look deeply and ask the hard questions, is the heart of spiritual awakening. And in that search, you will find the greatest transformation of all, a deeper connection to the infinite mysteries of the universe and the divine truth that resides within you. As we wrap up today's exploration into the mysteries of life, death, and the spiritual journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the key insights we've uncovered. We began by diving into the rich history and teachings surrounding the afterlife and the nature of the soul. From ancient texts like the Bardo Thodol to the mystical traditions of Western esotericism and Tibetan Buddhism, we explored how different cultures and spiritual practices have tried to answer the timeless question, what happens after we die? While these answers may vary, one thing is clear. Our souls are on an eternal journey, seeking understanding, growth, and ultimate connection with the divine. We then moved into the core mystical teachings that reveal the essence of spiritual awakening. We learned that the soul is not a static entity, but a dynamic force that undergoes transformation through each life it experiences. Concepts like reincarnation, the afterlife, and spiritual awakening are not just abstract ideas, but practical tools for living a more conscious, purposeful life. By embracing the teachings of interconnectedness, mentalism, and vibration, we begin to unlock deeper layers of our being, connecting with the vast potential of the soul and the universe. From there, we explored how these teachings apply to our own personal transformation. We discussed the power of meditation, mindful living, and energy work, practices that can guide us toward a greater understanding of our higher selves. Through these practices, we can awaken to the truth that we are not separate from the divine, but an integral part of it, with the power to shape our reality and elevate our consciousness. Finally, we ventured into some of the biggest mysteries that still elude us. From the nature of the soul to the concept of parallel universes and the mysteries of death, we embraced the questions that invite deeper exploration. These questions are not meant to be answered in a definitive way, but rather to encourage a continued journey of self-inquiry and spiritual growth. Now, as we conclude this journey, I invite you to reflect on one simple question. What would your life look like if you truly embraced the infinite possibilities of your soul? Imagine stepping into each day with the knowledge that you are more than your body, more than your thoughts, more than your experiences. What would you do differently? How would you live, knowing that your soul is eternal, ever-expanding, and deeply connected to the universe? I encourage you to comment below and share your thoughts. How do you perceive your soul's journey, and what steps are you taking to embrace your spiritual transformation? If this video resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content on spirituality, personal growth, and awakening. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And if you're ready to dive deeper, check out our membership program for exclusive content, guided meditations, and weekly insights to help you continue your spiritual journey. Together, let's explore the infinite potential of our souls. Thank you for being part of this journey. I look forward to continuing this exploration with you.